So which of the following, if true, most strongly supports the psychologist's interpretation of the studies? What is their interpretation? So they hypothesize that simply seeing alcohol makes patrons more likely to eat because the presence of alcohol reminds people that they are participating in leisure activities and they relax their behavior accordingly. So the interpretation, there's this observation. The studies show that where alcohol is on display, people will eat more food even if they don't drink. The interpretation is that it somehow makes people think about relaxing more even if they're not drinking. So the sight of alcohol causes people to think differently about where they are. That's their interpretation. So A, patrons of bars who sit facing the alcohol are more likely to order food than those who do not. So this just confirms that this is a phenomenon that actually happens. It doesn't support the psychologist's interpretation of the studies, which is that something goes on in people's heads, they react differently, they have different feelings about what's going on when they face the alcohol. This just says, hey, it totally happens, which we knew. B, in half of the cases studied, the patrons who ate more did not order alcohol. Well, we already knew that. They eat more even if they don't purchase it. So this just kind of backs up something that's already in there, or repeats something that's already in there. C, patrons who deliberately restrict their alcohol intake tend to eat less when alcohol is prominently displayed than when it is not. So the general idea was that people associate alcohol with relaxation, and that makes them feel like they can eat more food. If people who associate alcohol with restriction and control, if those people who have that association eat less food, it suggests that yes, alcohol still has an effect on, or the sight of alcohol has an effect on people's behavior. In this particular case, it's the reverse, that people who associate it with control and, tightened restrictions also also then eat less. Let's check the other one though. Generally those who consume alcohol during dinner leave larger tips. Well, that's not a factor. E, if an alcoholic beverage is prominently displayed within a restaurant, sales of that beverage will increase. Well, we're not worried about alcohol sales, we're worried about people's behavior when they see alcohol. I suppose that's a side effect of that, but we're worried specifically about what happens with the food. So choice C is additional evidence that people's mental associations with alcohol are brought out when they see it, even if they don't drink it.